What if Earth had two moons? The idea of our planet possessing not one, but two natural satellites is a captivating thought that invites us to imagine a very different world. The gravitational pull, the appearance of the night sky, the tides, and even Earth's rotation would be altered in ways that could have profound effects on life and the environment. The first and most noticeable change would be the transformation of the night sky. Instead of one moon waxing and waning through its phases, there would be two moons, both casting their silvery light across the Earth. The two moons might have different orbits, meaning one could be larger, closer to Earth, or more prominent in the sky, while the other could be smaller and farther away. This could lead to a variety of phenomena, with the two moons interacting in complex ways. They might seem to follow each other across the sky, or at times appear to be close together, creating an awe-inspiring spectacle. The sight of two moons could become a symbol of wonder and intrigue, inspiring countless myths, stories, and scientific investigations. In terms of gravity, the dual moons would exert a more complicated influence on Earth's tides. The tides we experience today are the result of the gravitational pull of the moon on Earth's oceans. With two moons, their combined gravitational forces would create a more dynamic tidal system. Depending on the relative size and proximity of the moons, the tides could become stronger, with larger high and low tides. These tidal forces could be more erratic, fluctuating in intensity, and potentially having greater impacts on coastal ecosystems and human settlements along shorelines. If the moons were in different orbits, their gravitational forces could also lead to more dramatic interactions with Earth's rotation. The two moons could affect the planet's axial tilt, potentially leading to changes in seasons and climate. For example, the gravitational tug-of-war between the two moons might cause Earth's tilt to vary more than it does today, resulting in more extreme seasonal variations. The length of the day could also change as the two moons exert different forces on Earth's spin, causing it to slow down or speed up over time. The dual moons could also play a role in stabilizing or destabilizing Earth's climate. Currently, the moon helps to stabilize Earth's axial tilt, which in turn stabilizes the planet's climate over long periods of time. With two moons, the combined gravitational pull might cause Earth's axial tilt to fluctuate more, potentially leading to more significant climate shifts. Alternatively, if the moon's orbits were aligned in a way that provided a stabilizing influence, Earth's climate could become even more predictable and conducive to life. The biological effects on life forms, particularly those tied to the moon, would also be intriguing. Many species on Earth have evolved in sync with the cycles of the moon, using its phases for navigation, reproduction, and feeding. For example, certain animals, such as sea turtles and some species of fish, use the moon's light to find their way. With two moons, these animals might become confused or rely on new behaviors to adapt to the shifting lunar environment. Some animals might evolve to use both moons for navigation, developing new strategies based on the patterns of the two satellites. The impact on human civilization would also be profound. Agriculture, for instance, has long been tied to lunar cycles. Crops have been traditionally planted according to the phases of the moon, and farmers may have had to adjust their practices to account for two moons influencing the planting and harvesting cycles. The dual moons could also affect human activities at night, perhaps changing the way we sleep, socialize, or even structure our societies. With an increased amount of light during the night, especially from a larger, closer moon, the cycle of sleep and wakefulness could shift, affecting everything from sleep disorders to the way we organize cities and industries. On a more speculative note, the presence of two moons could also have cultural, religious, and artistic impacts. Throughout history, the moon has been a symbol of mystery, beauty, and power, often holding deep significance in myths and folklore. With two moons, human cultures might develop entirely new mythologies, viewing the two moons as symbolic of duality, balance, or conflict. The aesthetic beauty of the night sky would also inspire a wealth of art and poetry, as civilizations across the globe admired the strange but captivating sight of two moons hanging in the heavens. Astronomically, the existence of two moons could offer new opportunities for scientific discovery. Scientists could study the interactions between the two moons, gaining insights into gravitational forces, orbital dynamics, and even the history of how moons form around planets. The history of Earth's two moons would likely differ from the origin story of our current moon. If both moons were captured by Earth's gravity, or if one was a natural satellite while the other was artificially placed, their presence could provide valuable clues about the history of our solar system. Additionally, space missions might aim to explore the moons in greater detail, potentially establishing research stations or colonies on these celestial bodies. However, there could also be dangers associated with having two moons. If one of the moons were to be destabilized, perhaps by a large asteroid impact or gravitational shifts, it could drift closer to Earth, leading to catastrophic consequences. A moon colliding with Earth, or even coming close enough to cause significant tidal waves and geological instability, would be a catastrophic event that could alter life on our planet permanently. While this is highly unlikely, the presence of a second moon would certainly create more potential for cosmic disruptions. In conclusion, the presence of two moons would transform Earth in ways both beautiful and unpredictable. The dual moons would affect everything from the tides and the rotation of the planet to our cultural practices and biological rhythms. While the sight of two moons in the sky might evoke wonder and awe, the practical implications would also be far-reaching, influencing the natural world and human civilization in ways that are hard to fully anticipate. This alternate version of Earth, with its double lunar companions, would be a place where the familiar rhythms of life are intertwined with the enigmatic pull of two celestial bodies, casting their light and gravity upon the world.